Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. Hey, this Trump strategy, he keeps talking about how because the polls are going against, well, a lot of the polls are going against him. Welcome back, Digital Age TV from Hong Kong. Sorry, got distracted there. He keeps saying that it's going to be like a Brexit. That in spite of all the predictions, he's going to win. Nobody's going to pick it. I guess that's where the similarities end. I'm hoping that's where the similarities end. I'm hoping that he doesn't think that this is America's chance to pull out of the EU, given that they aren't in it. I'm also hoping that he doesn't think that English people can vote for him, or Scottish people, or Irish people, or Welsh people. I'm hoping those things. I'm not totally certain about any of those things. Now, a message to mediocre rugby players everywhere. This from the sports department this morning. Not even a broken hand will stop Marty Banks from playing in this weekend's Mitre 10 Cup Premiership final against Canterbury. The Tasman first five broke his left hand in the penultimate round-robin game. I think sports journalists love using the word penultimate. They hardly ever use the word ultimate, which of course is what this next game is going to be, but anyway, I'm sure they know what that means. Anyway, he's the sixth player in the team with a hand injury, but he says he's found a way to somewhat push past the pain. He says Tremadol's helped him get over the line, which he'll continue to use for the final. Interesting. This is the same drug my mother-in-law was just on recently when she had her hip replacement. And then she rang people in a panic because little people were running around her room trying to steal her stuff. And also she'd been home and then brought back to the hospital again, and she didn't know what they were doing, even though she'd been in hospital the entire time. That's what this guy, the first 5'8", the guy who's in charge of controlling all the play on the field for his team, he's taking that to get through the game. Good luck with that, Marty Banks. It sounds like it might be entertaining watching. Now, speaking of seeing things, my worst nightmare is being one of those people who... Actually, I think the picture can say it better than I can describe it. Sky News this morning talking about government-funded weight loss programs, and then they put this picture up. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm that person, I know that's me. And in fact, if I'm that person's friends, acquaintances, workmates maybe, I'm pretty sure you know who it is, that you recognise that shirt, that hairstyle. That guy knows who it is, definitely. That's your worst nightmare, isn't it? Appearing in one of those pictures, or those they often have montages of people waddling along the streets. That should be illegal. That doesn't do anything for that person's self-esteem when they tune into Sky News and see that. And they don't know whether that person's agreed to join the weight loss program or not. Might be on the way. Now, I know they never shoot the face, but it doesn't matter. That person knows who that person is. That's what I'm saying. And they turn on the TV, and the rest of their day, probably the rest of the year, if not the rest of their life, is ruined because they're the fat person on TV. That should be illegal. Finally, Al Jazeera, you stole my headline. Because Kuznetsova stopped in the middle of her tennis match to cut her own hair. And so they've completely gone with Kuznetsova's bad hair day. There. So they ripped... So now I'm reaching. I'm going, fails to make the cut. Except that doesn't work because A, she's not playing golf, and B, she went on to win the match. So I've got nothing now, Al Jazeera. But that's pretty cool. I'm just trying to think if I've ever stopped halfway during a sports event to cut my own. I mean, I do cut my own hair. Why are you reacting that way to me talking about cutting my own hair? I find that very offensive. She said that it was getting in her eyes as she was, playing some of the shots, and that's why she did that. And it's always amazed me with sports people. You've got your West Indian cricket players with the big jewels and Pakistani fast bowlers, and they've got a big necklace coming on, hitting them in the face. It's like coming in, and I always think, why don't you take that off? What are you doing? The sprinters with dreadlocks, and the NFL player with the massive fro, and then he's got to put a helmet on over it. The sitting down protesting guy. He's got a massive fro, which he jams into the helmet, and I mean. Obviously, I'm not really a sports person, as you point out. That's true. But I just sort of think, wouldn't it just be easier to not have those things? Usain Bolt and Linford Christie with the enormous penises flapping around all over the place. I've gone too far? All right, sorry. Thanks for having me at Periscope anyway. That was glennzb TV. Maybe I'll see you back here again tomorrow. If only I could stop the broadcast, but the stop button's just not... Come on, you can do it. Stop. Stop. Stop.